I found seals! I'm currently looking for a mushroom village, but I found seals. And seals are sealy. And I like seals. Seals are good. Listen to this majestic sound of seals. Alright, see you in a bit. Hello, this is Fake Gaming Nerd. Welcome to the original SMP Season 1, Episode 3. And we're going to start this off with a tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make what this machine behind me is for. So this is my copper oxidation factory. What it essentially does is it will take your copper blocks and depending on your settings, it will oxidize them by placing them along here, and then we'll pick them back up and place them into the storage. For example, I'm using shulker boxes here, sorting them depending on how far they've been oxidized. And if you want your copper to be all oxidized to a certain state, such as weathered, then all you have to do is simply turn off these two levers and it will go to that stage. If all the levers are off, it will go to the full oxidation. Basically, you just flip on a lever to progress to the next step. And it will do this all automatically. And yeah, so this is a fairly basic machine. You've got your smart chutes with filters that will only pull out the correct copper type from this shulker box. So if there is non-copper items that aren't at this stage of oxidation, they will not get pulled out of the shulker box. They are then sent up into this chest. The machine then detects that there is copper in this chest to place, and it will then send out a signal to the deployers, which will cause the deployers to go along this track, placing copper down at each point here. The slabs are to prevent it from placing copper down anywhere else except for right here. And that is because copper oxidizes better if it is more than 4 blocks away from another copper source. Hence the spacing. These slabs on top are just to prevent mobs from spawning on the placed copper. And then after 25 minutes, it will activate the drills, which will pick up the copper. And it's just a simple gantry along here. And then deposit it into this chute, which will then go along this belt, back to the storage. And then it will repeat until there is no copper in this chest, and it will turn itself on. The redstone here is the basics of it, the brain of it. How it works is essentially, because this chest is going to move with the deployers, and that content observer will then turn off its signal, which could cause a pulse to occur when the chest gets back, I've added in this imply gate. Don't know what it's technically called. I think it's something like that, where this redstone block, which also goes along with the deployer, if that is not here, then this redstone torch turns on, which will keep this redstone on, preventing a pulse from occurring, because this is a pulse repeater. It will only detect pulses. It doesn't detect whether the signal is still on. So this prevents the pulse. And then if after the drills are done, depositing things, and the content observer is still detecting items in the storage, this piston will then extend, allowing this link to go off, which restarts the clock that causes the deploys to go, the drills, and then it checks again. And once this chest is empty, everything turns off. No problems. So that's basically it. I will leave a link to the schematic for this machine in the description. So feel free to play around with it yourself. If you can find any other ways to optimize this machine, you're more than welcome to do so. And you can use this in your world if you want to. I have no problems with that. And so now we're going to cut to a time lapse of this being built in the server world, and I will see you in a bit. Toodaloo. While this time lapse is going on, I want to talk a little bit what's happening in the world for LGBTQ PIA plus individuals, in particular the youth. In America and Australia, there has been a lot of rhetoric against queer youth getting gender affirming care and being treated as the person as who they are. And I just want to say that to any youths out there, that you are valid, you are loved. It is okay to be who you are. It's okay to explore who you are. And these sorts of things are a journey, and they do take time, and everyone's journey is going to be different, and everyone's journey is valid. There is no rush. You can take your time if you want to. You will probably make mistakes. I made plenty of mistakes on my journey in terms of finding out who I was. But it's okay to occasionally be wrong about who you are, or rediscover or think that you are a particular label and then learn later that you're not. That doesn't make any of your labels invalid. They're just as valid because they are true for you in that moment, and that is all that's needed in order for it to be valid. And there are people out there who love you for who you are and care about you, no matter what the media tries to tell you, saying that it is wrong or sinful to be who you are. That is not true. And the majority of the world love you for who you are and accept you. And I just want to thank you for being brave enough to be who you are at such a young age. I myself was not that brave, so I commend you for it. And though you're not obligated to be out and proud, when you are out and proud, that does inspire others to also be out and proud. And I want to acknowledge the difficulty in being out and proud and commend you for doing it anyway. And to the allies out there, thank you for showing your support and being there for people like me out there. And to all the adults like myself that are out there who are queer or LGBTQPIA+, keep being you. Who you are is valid and awesome. And I'm glad that I get to live in a world where you are a part of it. And I hope that we can continue to live in this world together. Hello, and welcome back from the time lapse. As you can see, the copper oxidise factory is completed! Yay! Quite actually happy with this design. It's a combination of classic factory combined with Greek architecture combined with just a dash of Joe. Or fake gaming nerd, in my opinion. And it is important that all my builds have a dash of fake gaming nerd. Because I am fake gaming nerd. And I don't want to just make things that look like other people's things. I want to make things that look like other people's things if I were to make them. And I have... let's just call them peculiarities that you will become more aware of. One of my peculiarities is that pink is the greatest color of them all. Hence the color of this cake that my lovely friend Arctic Fox made for me. Check them out on the Twitch TV description and link in the description below. They also made me that face, which is my face. They didn't make this face, because I made this face, but they put my face, which I made, over there. So this is their face made by them of my face, inspired by my face made by me. And if that's not confusing, then congratulations. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. In the next episode, I hope to give my lovely, lovely bees a much better building than just this cube of while it is pink glass, so it's immediately better than a regular pink cube, I do want to improve on it. And I already have a design that I plan to use. And I also plan on adding a gate to this wonderful, wonderful theme park that has no walls and only 1.5 buildings. So stay tuned for the next episode in TOSMP Season 1. Hello, Frank. Goodbye, Frank. Catch you later. Hope you have a good time. Bye.